The unique features of the NFMBA are two: the cohort and the content. We're the only executive MBA program that targets the public sector. I like to say we're an MBA+++. We have the content of any world-class MBA program, but we also include aspects of public policy, aspects of leadership, and aspects of digital transformation and sustainability. As part of the Nanyang Fellows MBA program, we have various engagements, and reflecting the program, we have private, people and public sector engagements. So examples of recent private sector engagements include a visit to DBS to understand their digital transformation journey, visit to Lazada, to their warehouse, and seeing the business in action. In terms of the public sector, the IMF, where we had insights into their global economic outlook. We had very nice insights from MAS into the current conjunction for monetary policy, as well as what MAS does as a central bank. Our overseas engagements are very much a highlight of the programs. You get exposure to 3 top world universities: Singapore, NTU, China, Tsinghua, and the US, Berkeley. So in Tsinghua, we have an insight into the China story, including doing business in China, venture capital investment, the current conjunction and challenges. In Berkeley, we have 2 weeks. The first on leadership, and that's an incubator on leadership and everything you'd like as a leader in the public, people or private sector. And the second week is on innovation and entrepreneurship in the heart of Silicon Valley. At the end of the last Berkeley trip, we also did a visit to NVIDIA, which was a really timely thing to do, with NVIDIA being one of the hottest companies in the world at the time. The Nanyang Fellows MBA is actually open to everyone, but the original intent of the program was for the public sector, both in Singapore and the region. And increasingly, we've gone beyond ASEAN towards Asia and the world to nurture future-ready public sector leaders. We also welcome the people in private sectors. They bring a nice diversity and bring a different perspective, typically those very interested in the public sector or working through PPEs or state-owned enterprises. We launched the part-time program in 2022. We were excited because it permitted those who couldn't join the program full-time, and it also focused on public sector participants whose ministries or agencies only fund them part-time for graduate studies. The other thing it's allowed is very senior participants as well. One of our first part-timers was a former minister and existing ambassador, and we have another ambassador joining us. My experience with the Nanyang Fellows is they're a really remarkable cohort. They're extremely high caliber, and that's in part, of course, our selection process. But almost everyone joining the Nanyang Fellows program is funded either by their ministries or by us through the ASEAN Scholarship or by their companies. And yet everyone turns up very enthusiastically, very committed, excellence throughout, fantastic teamwork. Just to give you an example, there were 2 Nanyang Fellows who couldn't join the Berkeley segment. They joined during Singapore's evening and all the way through to the early morning, which was the class time in Berkeley. And they were extremely engaged and didn't miss a session. That's commitment.